Okay, there we go. All right. Now, I want to go a little further with the key of C. In other words, the C key is all of these notes that we've been working with. These are all the chords, the way they're set up in the C of key, the C key. So if somebody's playing in the C key, they're going to be playing a C. Now the next one is a D minor. The next one is an E minor. The next one is an F. The next one is a G. The next one is an A minor. The next one is a B. Diminished. And then we have a C again. So in other words, it's a B diminished. But we've already been playing those, see? Okay, so where I'm going with this is that we need to have these in our head. So when we're going up, say 1, 2, 3 steps, this is the third, this is the fourth, this is the fifth. So we have the third, the first, the third, the fourth, and the fifth. I'm sorry, good grief. The first, the third, the fifth, and the sixth, and etc. on up. Okay. Now, if we were wanting to know what the key of D flat is, I'm just throwing this out for a suggestion for you to think about for the next week. I don't expect you to do much of anything with it. I want you will have enough to do just getting all these chords in both the first lines of each one to the second line in each one, and playing each of those two lines as separate songs, and just working with it until you get proficient with it. I know at this time you're pretty proficient with doing the C, the F and the G and the F and the C again. I'm sure that you are by now. Okay, now, but in the chord structure of the key of C, I don't believe I've put those out there. So I want you to take a piece of paper and a pen and write these down. And I'll wait a second, and I'll let you, when I think maybe you're ready to do that. Okay, we have C. In other words, the key of C has the chord C as the root. The second is a D minor. The third is a E minor. The fourth is an F chord. The fifth is a G. The sixth is an A minor. And the seventh major is a B diminished. And then we're back to C again. So again, I even might have made a mistake, so let's go back again. We can always write it above and scratch. C, D minor, E minor, F, G, A minor, B diminished is the seventh, and then eighth. Now, when we are wanting to find out what chords we're in, we can take that chord scale. If you were going to play a scale, you'd be playing that for a scale. Okay, if somebody said that they wanted you to play a D flat scale, okay, everything that we've been doing so far is all about numbers and steps. And through everything we're going to be talking about, I'll give you a few things that'll show you, as far as charts and paperwork, that'll give you an idea of how you learn everything one thing at a time. In other words, what I just did right here, by giving you the name of all the chords, you already have them right here. Okay, but you learned all those without that written down. But now we're going to write it down because I need you to see the difference of what we're going to do next. And then you can see why the way that we're doing it will, in the end, be so much easier for you than trying to remember all these chords and the variations. Okay, so right now we're on C. If we raise everything a half a tone, there's B flat right there. There it is. That's the root of B flat. It's a B flat chord. Okay, now we have a full step to the second. We have a full step to the third. And look at this. The fourth is only a half step. So now we have an irregularity. They're not always the same. They're always this way, but not the same. We have the C, and a full step to D, a full step to E, and then a half a step. And then we go from here, full step, full step, full step, and then half a step again. Okay, if all this is true here, then we do the same thing. The B flat is a root, which is the first, is the root. So we would go a full 1/2 and 2. So we have 1/2 and 2. So this is the second of our root, from the root. This is the first, this is the second, and the third is the same. We're going to have, in other words, a half and 1. So the root here is an F. Okay, remember that the root from 3 to 4 was a half step. So again, the same thing would be in tune. This would be a half step, which is up here. Okay, so everything moves. It's the same, but it moves. In other words, now the D minor is now an E flat minor. The E minor is now, everything going up a half a step is a F minor. Okay? Now, we passed that. Now we're going to go, see here, we're going to go a full step again. So we have F minor, so we move everything up, right? We got a G, move everything up, a full step. That would be A minor again. A minor, then we go up to B flat minor, then we go up to C diminished. See? Interesting, huh? Everything shifts up. So if you wanted to transpose everything that's in the key of C to a key of D, then everything would move up a half step. Every note you're playing, every chord you're playing, everything moves up a half step. So that's how the numbers are going to start. And you can understand where we're going next. And that is to put everything in perspective. Now, if you notice when I was going up through here, it tells us how many flats we have in the key of D flat. We played every one of these black keys. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We played every one of those in the chord structure. So this key of D flat has 6 flats. Very hard to play. But when you look at it this way, it's just a half a step up, so it's pretty easy actually. You just have to remember everything's up a half step. So with that, I'll start getting out of here, and that will be what we'll start on next week. I was going to do the full thing and show you all that and do all that thing this week, but not being able to watch you with your hands moving and and all of you are going to be different at speed, and some of you had to work long and had disasters during the week. Those that are in those situations will have to either take a break and start over or drop back to where they can catch up. But the ones that are taking a good, solid interest and wanting to learn and keep on going and all that, and I'm right in there with you, and I'm with everybody actually, but I'll keep continuing on, and the others can catch up, just like doing summer school or something. Anyway, but my main interest is I just need to make sure that I am letting you learn the different sound, just like here. Learning all those different sounds. And when you're working with this, the top row and each column going down, and the bottom row of each column going down, you're going to hear all those different sounds. In other words, you can start making a song out of it. See? And you can, as you're going through there, just keep changing things any way you want to. Start out different. And I was just playing the top line a few times. But you're playing a lot of notes there all at one time. And so you need to learn how to do that. You need to, your brain has to just sit back and listen. And so in order to do that, you have to get used to just playing these things. Playing all of that, this, everything. I know you have to do it better than I do. And the thing is I'm not able to sit in front of the C right now. So I'll move down, probably play a little better. So it's all about having fun. And it's probably time for me to sign off and not get you into too much stuff. And so you know where we're going. And it may look confusing, and try that and just see how that works. Just go, okay, everything goes up a half a tone. Well, that's a D, okay. And this is a E flat minor. Wow, that sounds complicated, but look how easy it is. And the next one is just an F minor, because it's a half a tone. Now we go up a full tone. Oh, this is going to be, whoops, I screwed up there. A minor. This is going to be a B, diminished, and a C. So if you can see, every fourth of whatever chord you're going to use is going to be what? Going to go back to this. But the second and the third are two minors, like I had you write down. Regular, minor, regular, minor, regular. Okay. Okay. Hey, I'll see you next week. You have a, happy Valentine's Day to everybody. Anyway, so, if I'm helping out your relationships with whoever, then get some roses. It's almost time. Hey, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.